Thank you. Let me visit with you for a moment, Attorney General, about AI and our national security risks.
Yeah.
Both Congress and the Department of Justice are grappling with the opportunities and threats that are presented by the rapid development of artificial intelligence. 2 months ago, the department appointed its first chief AI officer. Yesterday, my colleagues and I, we were in a letter trying to bring the risks of AI to the attention of other colleagues of ours. We specifically are targeting the potential catastrophic risks associated with the use of AI in the development of biological, chemical, cyber, and nuclear weapons. I'm looking for assurance that the department is and will pay sufficient attention to these extraordinary threats to our national security. And I would welcome your thoughts about what's happening in the new AI office, as well as other DOJ components with national security responsibilities. What's happening to consider and mitigate the national security risks and other catastrophic risks created by AI?
Yes, so AI has both promise and incredible peril for us. As is often the case in the beginning, offense beats defense here. And we are very concerned about the way AI can be used for everything from mimicking normal conversations in text, and therefore advancing the ability to do phishing expeditions by getting passwords from people, by using their social media to appear as if they're our friend, and likewise just plain hacking and constantly and repetitive hacking in a way that clicking on the keyboard will seem very 20th century. So we are extremely concerned about that. AI has some possibilities also for defense. Instead of having to defend constantly with human actors, someday we hope to be able to develop an AI defense to the cyber attacks that you're talking about. This does require us to enhance our AI capabilities. That's why I recruited the AI head that you're talking about. He's a PhD in computer science who teaches computer science at Princeton, got his PhD in Stanford. We are looking to hire as many people with those kind of qualifications as are possible. And that's why we're asking for the money that we're asking for specifically with respect to cyber. We're asking in this budget for $894.6 million, which is an 11.9% increase in our cyber crime combat, and a $432.9 million increase specifically with respect to cybersecurity, which is 15.6% increase.
Thank you for highlighting those. Let me turn to a different topic. Last week I was disturbed to see an NBC News report that an individual on the terrorist watch list had been detained by the Border Patrol on the southern border and then promptly released. The facts of this case are complex, they're nuanced, but according to the report, when the detainee appeared before the immigration judge, the DHS attorneys did not inform the judge of the potential terrorist ties, despite having received that warning from the FBI. The judge ultimately ordered the detainee to be released. I don't expect you to be able to respond to the actions of the Department of Homeland Security, but again, I would look for assurances that through the FBI, the Terrorist Screening Center, the immigration courts are taking the necessary steps to ensure suspected terrorists are not simply released into the country. You talked about the increasing terrorist threat to our country. My last trip to the border, there were nationals, Chinese nationals, who were apprehended in my presence. I see this as a significant threat, and I just want really to highlight this issue to the FBI and to the Department of Justice, making sure that you're doing your job.
Yes, the FBI's job, and they take it extremely seriously, is when they learn information about somebody who has been able to pass through the border, to follow that person, to deter that person, to disrupt that person, and to arrest that person where we can. In the example that you're talking about, that person has since been detained. And we are constantly in discussions with the Department of Homeland Security about how to improve the processes between Homeland Security and the immigration courts and at the border with respect to terrorist screening.
Thank you, General.